Alrighty, well, hello. This is not exactly a shop update, but this is a big DBD update. We just got informed like 15 minutes ago that Dev Daily is doing a quality of life initiative, which is something we've been asking for the last 4 years. And it does come at a somewhat of a cost, is that to accommodate the scope of everything that they want to do this year to make DBD better for the day-to-day player, that the PTB that was supposed to come out this week is going to be delayed, and risks are going to last longer. Event modifiers, there won't be as many new ones. Some new skins will be longer in between, as well as chapters. And it's a little sad to say that because we're so used to the 3-month patch cycle and the 6-week patch cycles for the mid chapter and all of that. This is really good because it's giving us stuff that we need changed and need to be fixed. So there's going to be 2 big phases from April to June, and then from July and December. And this is what they're aiming to fix, both quality of life for our day-to-day as well as gameplay. And we're going to go see what they outlined in this dev blog. But the first and foremost, the phase 1, which is they're hoping to have be done by June, will be an anti-slugging or surrender option. They're going to be adding gamma settings, the go next attitude, the hiding and body blocking issue with some of the survivors out there, spawning, improving bots, as well as improving quality of life stuff such as better blood point spending, quest system, and stuff that they had said in the past are going to do. Now, in addition to that, in the later half of this year, they're going to be going more with the anti-tunneling, the anti-camping, a better MMR system, updating maps and keys, because let's be honest, keys really got nerfed with the endgame class and they've never been the same. As well as they want to bring keyboard and mouse onto consoles. They want to make custom games better, which will be great for the tournament scene. They more accessibility options, making Prestige more worth it, and reducing login steps, because let's be real, logging into the game is like a 5-minute process now. So everything that's going to be outlined currently is going to be for phase 1, which is going to be between April and June. So first off is the surrender state, which is going to be a new surrender feature that both sides or one side can agree to say, we're done, we don't want to play this game anymore. And currently that is for what they have an idea is when all survivors are bots for the killer, which, let's be real, it needs to be an option already. I'm shocked that it wasn't. As well as if all remaining survivors are slugged, that then they can vote to end it and keep the blood points rather than just going through and earning blood points or disconnecting and getting nothing. The survivor bots as killer, I'm surprised that's not a thing. That should have been a thing when bots were replacing actual players. The survivors being slugged, I wonder if it's going to be a voting system, because you don't know if someone has like Unbreakable, or if there's a hex, if they have that one Cheryl perk, Soul Guard, I think it's called. It's been a while. So I'm interested to see how that is tackled, and doesn't really stop the single individual from giving up. And they're going to address that in the Go Next prevention, by the way. They're also going to be adding in gamma adjustments. And what that is, you're going to be able to make your game screen brighter regardless of console and all of that, which is really good because if you're playing on Steam Deck or on consoles, there are just some maps, Pale Rose come to connection, that it's so dark to see, it's hard. And if you play on PC, you get filters. There's reshade, which I don't believe is endorsed, but at this point, you also have the NVIDIA filters, which are undetectable, that can be used to make it easier to see on PC, that the majority of the fan base or player base use, and a lot of streamers do use as well, to help them see a little bit better. So that being on all platforms are going to be a lot better. The biggest update for me here is going to be the Go Next prevention, or the Go Next person is what we're officially going to be calling it. It is referring to a survivor that doesn't want to be in the game anymore, and they will run up to the killer and just immediately go down, or give themselves on hook. Or, hey, I'm going against a Skull Merchant. I don't like Skull Merchant. I'm going to go run at the killer, go hook, pull myself off, fail, and then don't do any of the skill checks so I can just go on to the next game and not get a disconnect penalty. And that is the Go Next attitude, officially named by behavior now. And they're going to be fixing that. Basically, they're going to be doing a way that they can see how many times people have done that. And once you get flagged by the system of, oh, this person isn't getting tunneled or having a bad day, they're intentionally doing this behavior, they're going to start getting the disconnect penalty. And if they do it more, they're actually going to degrade themselves, losing out on rewards more and more, which is an amazing thing. And so that they're going to do that. However, they understand that there are going to be some games in which you just don't want to play them, but they're going to be incentivizing this with the new emblem-based multiplayer that for sticking out match after match and having a low lever penalty or low Go Next penalty, you're actually going to get increased blood points because of it. So consecutive playing and not leaving is going to give you more of an incentive to play and give you more blood points and reward you being a good community member, which is a great thing. And again, should have been in the game years ago, but they're doing it now, and that's all that counts. And that's amazing. Another thing that they're going to be doing and changing is the extreme hiding situation, and they're not going to call them what they are, but the blendette attitude that the community has named, in which you have someone who will just hide in a corner of the map when it gets down to 2 or 3 people and they're all on death hook, and there's like, I'm just going to watch out for the hatch or go for the gate myself, and they'll go into a corner and drop and pick up an item. Or they will go and touch a totem, then walk back, then touch the totem again to avoid the crows. And they're going to be looking at that and changing the way they operate. The crows are going to identify better, but once you get a single crow on you, your location is going to be revealed immediately. Currently, the way it works is after you be AFK for a certain time, you'll get 1 crow, and that'll be subtle. Then it'll be 2, and the crows will grow louder, and at 3, you start getting the loud noise notification. What they're saying is that now you'll just get that loud notification on the first instance of crows. Now, sad that this needs to be a thing, but with that is when you get the 3rd AFK crow, you're now going to get unit collision turned off. And the reason is so this way a killer or another survivor can't back you into a corner and then hold you there indefinitely, which was an issue. It should have not have been. Map offerings are another thing that came up, and they did a band-aid fix a couple weeks ago when they made the green add-on to remove offering the sacrificial ward and making it brown. And that satisfied a lot of people because killers just turned out running that constantly instead of blood point offerings. I am one of those, but they realized that that was not a solution. So what they're going to be doing is that they're going to make it that map offerings cannot be stacked. However, using a map offering is no longer a guaranteed chance of getting that map. Essentially, what it will do is add a 20% chance onto the current chances of the map rotation. So if you get the map a lot, and to prevent the same map from coming up and over again, there is an invisible number that says, hey, this person's been to Macmillan 6 times out of 12. Their chance for that next map for getting a Macmillan will be 0. That will now put that at 20%, putting it back into the rotation of a percentage that it could be. In addition to that, they're going to be looking at the spawn rules, saying that there is no reason why without an offering or a shroud that there should be 4 survivors spawning on the same platform. So there's going to be now a 12-meter radius in which will prevent or push survivor spawning from next to each other unless the shroud offer is used. And will also account that if they're on a different floor, then the 12 meters is on the same floor. So you can spawn, say, on the game, one above each other, but not directly on top in the same thing. This brings up mainly the RPD, in which survivors really like spawning on the helicopter pad, and you'll get all 4 of them spawning on the helicopter pad. So that's a nice change. They're also going to be detecting on the AFK bots. Basically, they're going to work on the bots better. It's just the people that have a bot that goes into the game and then they'll either just walk around in circles or do nothing. They're working on fixing that. Now, that is everything for the gameplay changes. These are going to now be the quality of life changes that will make the day-to-day better for Dead by Daylight outside of actually playing. They're adding an option to spend blood points in bulk. I wonder if they'll allow you to say, I want to spend 1.5 million, and you can like drag a number or fill it in, and it'll spend that much on repeats where you don't have to honestly click it. Or if it's going to read it and be like, well, this will give you, if you click this button, the average level will be 37k blood points. If you spend 307, you'll get 10 levels and a random assortment at this rarity of what you'll get. And I can see that being either 2 of those options. They're also going to be doing the quest system that was announced last anniversary. We're getting more information on this now. It is going to be a larger update to the Archiving Rift, and it will also be more challenging and have better rewards to help reduce the grind. They're also going to be looking at daily rituals as well to make it easier to level and easier to earn rewards and have more fun rather than just use a killer power X times. They're also going to be doing perk loadouts and previews. Basically means that when you're in lobby, you'll see your perk loadout instead of going into the actual perk locations. You'll see your loadout on the lobby screen so you know what you're running. And they're also giving us perk loadout slots, more than 3. Maybe we can have more outfit slots then. Please, I have a lot of Nia outfits I hate having to keep remaking. So they're hoping that these right now will help the Dead by Daylight's health of the game and make it better for people and want to come back and play and not get burnt out or frustrated so easily. They're going to have the anniversary broadcast in May, in which that they're going to recap part 1. And hopefully maybe we'll have more information on that, and they'll be going more into what they want to do for part 2 for July and forward. So this has been a not exactly a quick update, but this has been a Dead by Daylight quality of life update, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow for the weekly shop.